Yeah. Okay. You can watch something.
No two minds think alike. Thankfully, there's grammar.
Hi.
Hi. Oh no. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. Yep. Okay. Okay. Brody, it's only funny the first time.
Black people be like, black people be like,
Of course.
Stinky poop. Poopy. Buddy poopies. La, la, la. It was at this moment he knew.
You think I did?
No, I don't think you did.
What was that, huh?
You can't build houses.
Oh, really? Well, why don't you take a quick
Can I go in
aside? Walk into my house.
What? Oh my god. Bro,
Oh, your brain still spinning, huh? It feels nice?
What? Where'd you go?
Come to me. Skybase instead? Because I guess we don't like going to bed. Let's go to Skybase. It's kind of far out.
Skybase.
Just keep going up the sky. There's a glass wall up there as well. We can like chill. It's really nice.
What am I gonna see? Am I gonna see like the end or something when I go up here?
Oh wait, how would you see the end? That's not a Minecraft, right? So you see the end?
Dude, I
We're going up. Just. Oh my goodness. Wait, what? It'll all make sense soon. Don't worry. As it does right now. I think it might do actually. Come with me. Come with me and run through this tunnel. Let's run to my secret base. Let's go to my secret base.
Oh my god. Oh my.
Welcome to
This is
Minecraft.
never ending.
Where are you gonna run to now?
Which one is you?
I don't know, dude. Which one's you?
Hmm?
We're gonna run either way, you know. We can go either direction.
Where are you gonna run to now? You didn't think Grandpa was that fast, did you? He's a fooler. He's a fooler, that guy. Flip.
Just out of it? Okay, it makes sense. I rate that decision
Here.
based on what's happening.
This is so weird.
What are these guys called?
Do this.
Emojis.
Emoji. Emojis are beating your butt. Watch out. Look out. Here, I got more. Watch. What up here? What that?
See, that's what it is, actually.
How is it even, how is a plug-in even possible?
I don't know, to be honest. I think I just kind of woke up, smacked my head against the wall, and this happened.
Oh my god.
Exactly.
I hate this.
Oh, that's fall through the black squares and you'll have a lot more fun. You, I don't know, you make sweet. This is episode 4 of using people's brains. This starts in the first text
You wake up because the ground is shaking. Nothing new. A diplodocus has just passed your house. You look out the window. Oh no, yet another T-Rex chasing your doggy. No, you haven't somehow come around in Jurassic Park. That's what your life would have been if the asteroid had hit the Earth just several seconds later. Yep, I mean the very asteroid that collided with our planet about 65 million years ago, causing havoc across the globe and wiping dinosaurs out. But it turns out that if this asteroid had fallen a mere 10 seconds later, you wouldn't recognize the Earth these days. Let's see what your day in this new, even though only for you, world would look like. You open your eyes in the morning and immediately shut them again because the colors are too bright and sunlight hurts your unprepared eyes. Well, it might be surprising for you, but it's nothing new for the people who were born and live on the planet alongside dinosaurs. The thing is that dinos had a color vision, and it was more difficult for them to blend in. That's why there were very few animals colored black and white, like modern zebras. Most dinos were multicolored, which helped them to hide in the environment they lived in. For example, field dinosaurs were most likely of different shades of green, blend into the grassy background. But dinos being so good at camouflaging themselves made human vision much sharper. Otherwise, they wouldn't have been able to notice well-disguised animals. Anyway, still pondering on your advanced eyesight, you get up from your bed and almost step on a cat-sized creature. It manages to dash from under your foot at the last minute. Shocked, you look at the creature, and it stares back at you with apparent indignation. I'm afraid I have to break it to you. That's your pet dino. And although the thing is tiny, it's also very smart. In the real world, before the asteroid hit Earth, the biggest part of the planet was covered with tropical forests. Vegan dinosaurs roaming there were huge, slow, and clumsy. Most plants on their diets were ferns and conifers, such as pine trees, firs, and oaks. This food wasn't filling. It took a lot of time to digest. That's why dinosaurs had to eat tons of leaves to keep going. But in our imagined world, the asteroid let dinosaurs live to see the innutritious plants evolve into something much better. Flowering plants, berries, and fruit. This food was so much easier to digest and way more filling. It means there's no need for dinos to grow so gigantic. They were becoming smaller and smaller until a big part of them moved to live on trees at that. Never in your life have you seen so many unusual animals. Soon, you'll find out that the survival of dinosaurs changed not only the Earth's history, but also the history of the human race. By following their evolutionary route, dinos prevented mammals from evolving and developing. That's why in the dino world, people appeared much later than in our real world. On the Earth you're used to, Antarctica got separated from South America some 34 million years ago. It influenced the
Hi, why, hi, student.
colder and drier place. On the bright side, there started to appear fields and grass-eating hoofed mammals, such as the ancestors of modern-day deer and antelopes, as well as predators hunting them, like lions, wolves, and cheetahs. Besides, some species evolved into herds of small, bouncy animals that found it very comfortable and safe to hide in dense grass. As for the world where you're now, even though the asteroid was several seconds late, the planet was developing pretty much in the same way. Antarctica and South America still split, and fields were still swarming with live-beaked or horned animals. But these animals were herbivore dinosaurs. Hunted by dangerous predators and carnivorous species. As for both mammals and most predators that live on our planet today, those animals were evolved. You also find out that dinosaurs have evolved into thousands of different kinds of species. There are tiny dinos that spend most of their time in holes and burrows, just like our wolf and moose. Some dinosaurs use their plumage.
That's not fair. I mean,
Plumage of others, on the
I
contrary,
guess that is fair.
became thicker and denser. A big part of ancient reptiles and dinosaurs left the land and chose to live in seas and oceans, adapting to the underwater lifestyle and growing fins. And right now, brace yourself, because over there, not so far away, you see a group of two-footed compact dinosaurs walking towards you. They seem to be wearing something that resembles clothes, and they're talking to each other. Don't panic. Those are the descendants of troodons, dinosaurs with a surprisingly big brain. Since this species wasn't wiped out by the asteroid disaster, troodons slowly but surely evolved into sentient beings. They have arms and hands that they skillfully use, but their language sounds like birds chirping. At the same time, those descendants of ancient reptiles haven't evolved into thinking beings. They adapted to civilization just as animals do with people have domesticated some of them. Others live in natural reserves, and the rest try to stay close to people, just like pigeons or rats. You can't help but notice some other differences in life environment as they live in a world full of dinosaurs. For example, since there are no cows or other hoofed animals, and dinos can't produce milk, there are no dairy products in supermarkets. Therefore, if you're a person, you're considered to be somewhat exotic or cost a fortune. Culture is different as well, and you can notice faces similarities in several seconds later, it would have landed in a deep ocean. The water would have taken the edge off the collision, and the hit wouldn't have had such dramatic consequences. That's why most dinosaurs would have survived. At the same time,
Hey, with the power of simple minds, make a mess. Hold on. My name is Dr. Jack, advancing science. My mission is to help students in grades K to 5 learn science.
what was up? My name's Zip, and I'm from a planet in a place you call the Andromeda Galaxy. I'm in high school, and I have this assignment to find out what will happen to your solar system's perfect harmony if it loses a planet. So I poof one of yours away with this ray blaster and track any changes. Don't worry, I'll put them back. Sure. So, let's give it a shot. I'll start with the planet closest to the sun. Mercury, right? Oh, it's so small I nearly missed it. Here we go. Okay, with Mercury gone, how's Earth looking? No changes in the solar system. I saw that coming. It's all about gravity. Every object that has some mass attracts other objects because of its gravitational force. The larger the mass, the greater the force it has. Mercury is the smallest planet in the solar system, so it's not too massive in space terms. The second most important factor is the distance between the objects. At 50 million miles away, Mercury is no doubt far from Earth, so the gravitational force between the two of them isn't that strong. Okay, let's put Mercury back and move on to Venus. It's the hottest planet in your solar system. One day here is almost 117 Earth days. I'll try the blue button this time. Oh, did you see that? It just froze and broke into pieces. And again, nothing really changed that much. Well, except you, Earthling, just lost the second brightest object to light up the night sky. Second brightest, of course. I suppose that's why they call Venus the evening star. Looks like it got way darker after sunset than it used to be. All right, we'll reassemble Venus now and head to your home planet. The one floating rock in the system that's in that precious habitable zone. The perfect distance from your star to sustain life. Hey, I was just kidding. I'm obviously not going to proof Earth away. So let's head to the red planet. Mars. I know humans are planning to send a mission there. Would you personally want to go? Tell me about it in the comments below. Let's see what'll happen when I spin the red planet so fast that it shoots out of the solar system. Bye, Mars. And no significant changes again. This might be good for Earth in a way. There's a massive asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. Asteroids, as you know, aren't Earth's best friends. Jupiter pulls them together with gravity. I'll try to be more careful with the rest of the gas giants. It's time for Saturn. Planets, thanks to those gorgeous rings. Scientists say they'll disappear one day as Saturn's immense gravity pulls them down in an icy rain. But that will be for 300 million years from now. So, no worries. I guess I'll have to push the red button for this one. Bam. And it's gone. Such a massive planet, the second largest in the solar system. And we're gone with no consequences. Look at Jupiter and Uranus. Their orbits have slightly shifted. Other than that, I don't see any changes to the other planets. Saturn is just too far to influence them. Uranus is massive as well, the third largest planet in the solar system. I'll try this super powerful space lasso. Now I'll just throw it out of the system. And nothing so far. fancy that it did mess things up a bit for the outer planets. Alas, we've come to the last planet, unless you're on Team Pluto. Sorry, but I'm gonna go with NASA on its status and exclude it from today's experiment on your happy neighborhood of planets. Anyway, it's Neptune's turn. Beyond it, we've got the Kuiper Belt. It's a donut-shaped region of icy objects. Neptune is so close to the edge of the solar system that we're just kicking it. Whoa, look at the Kuiper Belt. It's going crazy. Without Neptune's gravitational pull, it's unstable. Crossing and celestial bodies are crashing into each other. Check it out. Neptune pretty much controls it.
Oh my god. Everyone is just coming to me.
The sun is the obvious answer, but the mess and chaos from its disappearance would be too massive and irreversible, so I'll leave it where it is. What about the moon, though? I've always had this secret dream to turn it into Swiss cheese and bite off a piece. It's time. Oh my. What just happened to the Earth's axis? It's so tilted, even more than it was before. The weather down there has gone wild, too. There are no more seasons anymore, and ice ages. The ocean tides are now much lower than they used to be. And is the planet starting to spin faster? Yeah, the day now lasts only 6 to 12 hours. This is allowing the moon to slow down the Earth's rotation. There are also no lunar or solar eclipses to watch. And the nights are so dark with nothing but billions of stars and Venus, which together are still way dimmer than the moon, to light the sky up. None of this sounds good for life on Earth, so I'll de-cheesify your moon and put it back where it was. It looks like out of all the planets in your sun's complex system, only Jupiter's disappearance would be a major problem for Earth. So I guess it's true what they say. The solar system really is a delicate and harmonious balance. So, bye-bye. Hey, if you learned something new today, then give the video a like and share it with a friend. And here are some other cool things you might enjoy. Just click to the left for more and remember to stay on the bright side of it. Bright side of it. Here's the kind of record that you wouldn't wish for anyone to try and beat. It happened on March 12, 2006, in Fordland, Missouri, when an F2 tornado blew away a trailer house of 19-year-old Matt Suter. Yet the record wasn't so there. It was 1,307 feet away, when Matt found himself almost absolutely 2 minutes later.
Saluti.
Initial impact of the twister. This is the longest distance a person was ever carried away by a tornado and survived. And I would really be glad if that record wasn't beaten anytime soon. 2. Turbo Kart Racer. The racer is an unbeatable
Hello. Speak French.
The British engineer sped up to 112 miles per hour in a small car that is in no way suited to such speed. Of course, his vehicle was heavily modified, but trying to go faster in traffic is too dangerous. This record deserves to rest for a reasonable tsunami. As I said, some records are better left alone. At least it would be great if no one would have to fight with an 80-foot high wave with nothing at their side but a surfboard. This is what Rodrigo Coza, a Brazilian surfer, did in November of 2018 in Nazaré, Portugal. A giant wave twice taller than a telephone pole almost caught him off guard, but he states that he remembered the voice he heard in a dream he had the previous night, which told him to go straight down. He did it just in time to save his life and to become a record holder. Number 5. Record setter for life. Okay, that's the introduction to this one. Most clothes pegs clip to a person's face in a minute. 51 little clippy pegs. Just why? Silvio Saba from Italy is also a master of stacking dice, building towers from paper towel rolls, and holding unimaginable quantities of eggs and pool balls in one hand. He lives for breaking records, and it doesn't matter how weird they can be. And let's face it, he is good at that. Strange little Guinness records to his name. Hey, what if you too could break some record in your spare time? Tell me what you would do in the comment section. Number 6. The most patient cat. I bet if Silvio had a reliable friend beside him, he would beat this record too. But the record for the most died since that on cancer belongs to Eddie St. Cyr, and his loyal pet beat the legend. It was set on June 18, 2017. I don't think anyone would give us that loyalty to dice on a YouTube comparison, because there are so many cats as patient as people. Doesn't say here how many people he calls into his Sunday service. Number 8. Full ears of hair. Guess some people are just gifted like that, and their records can't be beaten. And here's one obvious example. Radikant Bajpa, the man with the longest ear hairs. Yes, that's what I said. Now, I hear you giggling. Imagine how many times Radikant heard people around him giggling when he first decided to grow ear hair for the record. According to him, he used to tell people around him that his hair would one day become a great achievement. And he was right. In 2010, he became the owner of a 5¼ inch long ear hair and the absolute world record for that. That's something, all right. 9. Lifelong hiccups. Unfortunately, it doesn't always
2008.
feel good to be a record holder. Charles Osborne learned it the hard way, since he was the man who had hiccups for 8 years straight without any relief.
The year
His
before
hiccups
me.
started in 1922 when he was 29 years old. His hiccups were also quite frequent, 40 times per minute, and were only reduced when he was lucky enough to fall asleep, although he still hiccuped 20 times per minute. Not an elegant, but certainly not a painful record. Number 10. Going beyond humor. Some people just won't give up even if like in real life, it was even 14. The true game changer. One more on sports that can't be left out. On November 24th, 1960, the famous basketball player Will Chamberlain did the impossible. Versus the Boston Celtics. The best part about this record is the irony of it. Since then, no one else was able to do 37 minutes. So they didn't even come close. That time, Wilt's team didn't win, even though Wilt alone made 42 goal attempts. Throughout his career, Wilt Chamberlain did a total of 22,924 rebounds and was considered an unbeatable point guard on the court. It's time to go.
Oh,
Hey, if you learned something new today, then give the video a like and share it with others. And here are some other cool videos I think you'll enjoy. Just click on the link below. And just remember to stay on the bright side of life.
I'm Slater, and I'm also known as the accidental icon. I am a professor and a cultural influencer. I would say to you, you have amazing style. You should start a blog. I said, I know how to write. I'm a professor, and I'll use that blog as a way of researching and investigating a topic I really like, which is fashion. I always remember why are you doing this? It's to be creative and to always keep evolving. Flowers, meats, points, scores, birds and flowers.
how does he kill me in one shot? Sounds impossible.
And giving people unique spaces to share moments with each other, anywhere in the world. We might get caught up in the everyday sometimes. We might keep on talking, but we'll always turn back to what matters. It's not to just be.
We humans are born with an innate curiosity. If you don't believe me, ask Google. Most of the questions people search start with the word why. Why is the sky blue? Why do birds stand on one leg? Because just kidding. So, care to learn the answers to the whys? Here you go. 1. Brace yourself for an awful disappointment. Flamingos are born gray. But their feathers turn pink later on because of a natural pink dye. Which consists of green algae. Each pig has 2 tiny holes in it to keep the air pressure equal outside and inside.
It's not fair how you shoot people in one shot. It's not even possible.
Watermelons have to be picked before they're ripe, which makes them inedible. On the other hand, you can use them to decorate something. For example, your kitchen. 10. Stripes. Stripes serve as camouflage for tigers. Animals. Tigers have not only striped fur, but striped skin. No two tigers have the same stripe pattern, which makes stripes something. Men's dress shirt collars they help people save money on laundry.
How did you?
Collar is the part of the shirt that gets dirty the fastest and most often. 12. Sunset blue, which has to do with the Martian air, or rather with the flying dust floating in it. This dust is just penetrate the air. Interestingly, this works only in the direction of the sun, and the rest of the sky meanwhile remains because this color travels in smaller, shorter waves. As a result, it gets scattered.
It's not even possible. You can't even die by that.
Keep warm when it's chilly outside. This way, they reduce the amount of heat that otherwise gets lost through their unfeathered legs by half. 17. The northern leopard frog is the scariest creature I've ever heard of. It swallows its prey with the help of its eyes. This amphibian can press its eyes deep down into its mouth, and this movement helps the frog to swallow. This tactic is also used by some other frog and toad species. I think my brother-in-law did that too. 18. Clouds may look light and fluffy, but in fact they're anything but that. Researchers have discovered that one cloud can weigh more than 1 million pounds. They've come to this conclusion after calculating the cloud's water density and multiplying this number by the volume. Kind of makes you think twice about standing still in a cloud, doesn't it? South Africa used X-ray machines to measure people's shoe size. It wasn't until the second half of the 20th century that people realized how dangerous radiation was and stopped this practice. 26. Super powerful earth make days shorter because they move the spin of the Earth's axis. For example, in 2011, an earthquake in Japan cut your days down by 1.8 microseconds, and the ravaging Sumatra earthquake of 2004 cost you 6.8 microseconds. Well, we've lost enough time here, so let's move on. 27. Yellow is the color that is the easiest to spot, even in the darkness. That's why taxis and school buses are mostly this shade. 28. The Eiffel Tower isn't public square. What it means is that the construction tends to lean away from the sun because the metal it's made of heats up and expands. As a result, the tower can move as much as 7 inches. 29. However unbelievable it may sound, a cat's purr starts in its brain, and only after that, the brain sends orders to its support muscles, which then start to make 25 to 150 pulses a second. As for the mind cat's purr, the reasons vary a lot. Some feel happy or feeling themselves, others frightened or threatened. 30. Sometimes cold atomic gas. I think this is a good place to stop. When we start talking about gas, I might end up saying all sorts of things. So, hey, if you learned something new today, then give the video a like and share it with a friend. And here are some other cool videos I think you'll enjoy. Just click to the left or right, and remember, stay on the bright side of life. Taste buds are crucial for his profession, since they allow him about thousands of flavors. Well, I'll bet tongues are wagging about this. If you want to express irony or sarcasm in your message, you can use a special punctuation mark, which looks like a backward question mark. Maybe draw it out for us. Anyway, back in the Solomons, the rock planet, volcanoes were still erupting on the moon. Not sure of the connection here, but hey, try it. Elizabeth visited the set of Game of Thrones. She refused to sit on the now legendary chair. Apparently, the Queen just can't sit on any throne she likes. Foreign thrones are off limits, even if it's only fictional. According to the 2010 census, Monowing, a small town in Nebraska, has a population of 1. The only female inhabitant of the place is the mayor, librarian, and bartender all at once. Hey, give me another drink, Your Honor, along with that book. In 2006, a worker of the Coca-Cola Company was trying to sell the newest development of her employer to one of its main competitors, Pepsi. But Pepsi responded by informing Coca-Cola about the incident. Yep, when it comes to the law, never violate a writ of habeas corpus. called trailers. But since the audience rarely stayed to watch them till the end, making them ineffective, they started to show them before the movie. Squids and octopuses have beaks. These beaks are made of keratin, just like your fingernails or birds' beaks. The average man gets bored after 26 minutes of shopping, while the average woman can spend 2 hours on the same activity until she feels like giving up. The first motel in the world was opened in 1925 in San Luis Obispo. At that time, you had to pay $1.25 for a bungalow with 2 rooms, a kitchen, and a private garage. Oh, the times. You think they'll offer that same price to celebrate their 100th anniversary coming up in 2025? No, they closed in 1991. As research shows, Americans don't think that millionaires who own only $1 million are wealthy. To be considered rich, a millionaire should have at least $2.4 million. Really. Approximately 40% of all the gold ever mined on Earth has come from one place, Witwatersrand Plateau in South Africa. It's the richest gold field ever discovered. Sea otters, especially moms in their pups, sleep holding each other's hands so they don't drift away from each other at night. And if a sea otter doesn't have anyone to hold on to, it just wraps itself in kelp. Aww. The Milky Way galaxy, which is our home galaxy, is 105,700 light years wide. How astonishing is that? Considering 1 light year is the distance which light covers in a year, moving at a speed of more than 186,000. Super sensitive to. Lions can roar 25 times louder than a working gas-powered lawnmower, and you can hear their roar from 5 miles away. If you hear a lion roar from any closer, I'd get out of there. With more than 1,200 tornadoes every year, the U.S. has the largest number of tornadoes in the world. But Britain, surprise, surprise, is the country that experiences the most tornadoes per square mile. Hey, what do you call that? A Brit twister? Leave your vote down in the comments.
Caddy, wake up and
Venus
eat.
and Mercury.
Wake up.